Let's look at a more tangible example. So this table shows the height in feet of a golf ball t seconds after being hit. So we want to identify the input quantity and variable, and we want to include units. So our input is going to be corresponding to our lowercase variable. So our input is going to be t, which is time in seconds. What's our output? Our output is generally going to be in the second column, corresponding to an uppercase letter. So our h is our height in feet. They want us to write the data set as ordered pairs. So to write a set of ordered pairs, you start by putting a curly bracket that shows that each of these ordered pairs is inside a set. Each ordered pair is going to be in parentheses, the input, comma, the output. So I had the input of 0 and the output of 0. Followed by a comma, the next pair, 1 and 80. The next pair, 2 and 128. The next pair, 3 and 144. The next pair is 4 and 128. I'm going to run out of room. Next pair is 5 and 80. And my final pair is 6 and 0. So the ball hits the ground after 6 seconds. Interpret the meaning of the ordered pair 3, 144 in the context of this problem. So our input is 3 seconds. Our output is a height of 144 feet. So at time 3 seconds, the ball is 144 feet high. Is the height of a given golf ball as represented in the table a function of time? Why or why not? So let's look. Does each one of these times only correspond to one height? 0 only goes to 0, 1 only goes to 80, 2 goes to 128. It's looking like there are no repeated times. There are no times that go to 2 different heights. So yes, each time input corresponds to only one height output. Is seconds after being hit, as represented in the table, a function of the height of the golf ball? So if we were saying that the height of the golf ball was our inputs, is time going to be a function of height? So let's look at this backwards. 0 corresponds to 0, but 0 also corresponds to 6. So that input, as well as 80 and 128, they have 2 different outputs if time is going to be our output. So 0 goes to both 6 and 0. 80 goes to both 5 and 1. 128 goes to both 4 and 2. Even one of these could discredit this from being a function. So no. Multiple times correspond to several heights.